The following is a special presentation from the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. It's time for In the Huddle, presented by Martin's Peterbilt of London, Kentucky. Sponsored by your Laurel County Farm Bureau agents Donovan and Jimmy Storm. Restyles Consignment Shop in Corbin, Kentucky. Also, Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy in Williamsburg. Wildcat Harley Davidson in London, Kentucky. Allstate agent Zach Davison in Corbin, Kentucky. The L4 Security Network from London, Kentucky. All here on In the Huddle on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste. Pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer or for the first time, we'd love to welcome you to Gondolier's Italian Restaurant, off exit 41 in London.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some unexpected. That's why you need protection for your home, your car, and your family's future. I'm Agent Jimmy Storm, your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, and I'll help you find personalized coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Call me today at 606-528-2030 for a free quote and a peace of mind.
If you have a building project, please consider the good folks at Aikens Construction and Excavating. Their company's history is rooted in a family legacy passed down from generation to generation. They have over 50 years of home building experience. They will build any size house. They've built commercial jobs such as banks, gas stations, and restaurants. And more importantly, they'll take care of the whole process. You won't have to worry about it. Call Jordan Aikens today, 606-215-7531. Proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
Restyles Consignment Store now open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., 506 4th Street, Corbin. We take gently used, nearly new items on consignment, and we take donations. Shop for housewares, clothing, shoes, baby items, and more. We even have things for the guys. Restyles Consignment Store. We do the work while you make a profit.
Are you ready to turn your real estate dreams into a reality? If so, call my good friend Sean Disney with USA Realty. Over 27 years of banking experience in commercial and real estate lending and 4 years experience as a multi-million-dollar producing agent. He's honest, professional, and committed to the success for you and your family. Call Sean today at 606-620-8350. He's ready and waiting to make your real estate dreams come true.
This is Donovan Storm here, the manager at the Kentucky Farm Bureau office, the South Laurel Agency here on West Cumberland Parkway in Corbin. My office offers a full line of insurance products to protect your family and your business needs. We offer home, auto, life, health, workers' compensation, and business insurance. I have a friendly staff that's ready to assist you. Give us a call at 528-2030. Again, my staff is located at 1456 West Cumberland Parkway, Corbin, Kentucky.
Let me introduce you to pharmacist Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy. Heritage Pharmacy is an independently owned pharmacy located within the Dayspring Regional Health Center at Cumberland Regional Mall. They offer prescription refills, consultation, OTC medications, immunizations, and have a convenient drive-through. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call them today, 606-560-6580. That's Heritage Pharmacy in the Cumberland Regional Mall in Williamsburg.
We blaze trails where others won't, refusing to settle for the status quo. We hunger for something more. We will stop at nothing to achieve it. Riding across great plains, over mountain passes, and through the heart of America to see more, feel more, be more. This is our American dream. Ride with us.
Laurel County Sheriff John Root would like to wish all the student athletes of the 13th Region a very happy, successful, and injury-free season. He'd also like to invite you to come see the brand new state-of-the-art Sheriff's Office located at 1380 Kentucky 192 East in Laurel County. From all the staff serving Laurel County, we thank you for being proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network. When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about you, more about your world, and more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get from Corbin Insurance Agent Zach Davison. He's my insurance agent, and he's an agent that doesn't just know about Corbin, but he lives here, and he wants to protect life here. Contact Zach today. It's located on Cumberland Falls Highway in Corbin, Kentucky. You're in good hands with Allstate. Happy Sunday night to you. Ronnie Smith with you here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. We appreciate Martin's Peterbilt and their presentation of In the Huddle. It's already week number 10, believe it or not. 10 weeks in the bank. Before you know it, it's going to be time for the playoffs. And boy, do we have a show for you tonight. We've got Cooper Robinson, star back and defensive player from North Laurel. We're going to have Caleb Miller from Bell County, undefeated Bell County Bobcats. And then towards the end of the program tonight, I'm bringing on a good friend of mine who's the assigning secretary of the 13th Region. He's the one that trains the officials, gets the officials, and disperses on which game they go to. So there may be some questions that you've had about that. And Mike's just a great guy, Mike Black. Many of you know him. He'll be with us later on in the show tonight. Appreciate all our fine sponsors and everybody that's made it possible. We want to go through the highlights from week 10, and then when we come back from these highlights, we'll have Cooper Robinson on here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. It's time for the Week 10 scoreboard, brought to you by the good folks at Dixon Law Office. The Corbin Redhounds once again are district champions of Class 4A District 8, beating Perry Central 47-13. They're 6-3 on the season and have won 3 in a row. Tayton Cox with a touchdown reception. Cam Estep a big 72-yard punt return. Zach Thomas 2 touchdowns. And then Trey Person and Cole Stevens did it on the ground. Corbin had a 40-0 halftime lead. It was all Williamsburg Friday night, 56-8 against Harlan. A big 300-yard passing game with 5 touchdowns by quarterback Reese Hatcher. Touchdowns all over the field by Peyton Hamilton with 2, Lane Jeffries, TJ Cornett. Eli Metters had big rushing touchdowns as well and 2-point conversions. Catillo also, and then Miller caught a touchdown pass from Hayden Clenart. Williamsburg gets home field advantage in the first round. Harlan County 26, Whitley County 7. It was scoreless after the first quarter, but the Black Bears, Braden Moore scored on a 3-yard run with 6:36 remaining to give the Black Bears an 8-0 lead. Morse finished with 4 rushing touchdowns, added another touchdown right before halftime, and they led 14-0. Colonels cut the deficit to 14-7 with 38 seconds before halftime, giving them the momentum in the process, but the 2 more touchdowns by Morris sealed the deal. Black Bears are 6-3. Whitley County drops its 8th game in a row, falling to 1-8. Pineville 16, Camp 8. Jonathan Sloan threw a touchdown pass to Brennan Hill, giving Pineville an 8-0 lead with 4:28 to play in the second quarter, while rushing touchdown by DJ Wren tied the game at 8 apiece. The Mountain Lions added another touchdown with 4:28 remaining in the third quarter and win the game 16-8. North Laurel against South Laurel was one for the ages, 21-3 in a dominating defensive performance by the Jaguars. It was 3-0 early, but 21 unanswered points, securing an 18-point win over the Cards. South Laurel's 8-2 on the season. North Laurel gets a playoff home game. They're 7-2. The Bell County Bobcats remain undefeated at 9-0 with an impressive 39-8 victory against Clay County. Middlesboro stays perfect, 8-0 with a 36-34 win against Harrison County. Jackson County falls to Breathitt County 4-9. And Rockcastle beats Knox Central 32-6. That's your scores for Week 10, brought to you by Dixon Law Office, here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. Tough week for some teams, good week for others, and we congratulate all the victors on there. And again, we got a great show tonight. We've got two dudes that are killing it in the 13th region, and then Mike Black will be with us here at the end of the show. First off, I want to bring on Mr. Cooper Robinson. We're glad to have you with us tonight, my brother. Going to bring you on. How you doing, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, we haven't got to talk to you since last year. Thought we'd have you on the show tonight. Big senior year, having a great year. I don't have the stats added on the website from the Cage website from Friday, but over 700 yards rushing this year, and plus what you did Friday night, and 30 plus tackles on the year, man. You guys are clicking on all cylinders. Let's talk about that North and South rivalry first off right away, because I know that's a big deal to you guys. It was a pretty good atmosphere around there Friday night.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's always talked up, and this year was like the most probably it's probably the most it's ever been talked up to, and it got all of us hype, and I'd say they were all hype. And I feel like we just came out and executed. And, yeah, that's really
Yeah, just a great game. Darren McCorder's watching. You don't know Darren McCorder, do you?
I might know.
He's stopping in to say hi tonight. And everybody, you're free to leave comments as long as you're encouraging. We don't care. We'll recognize on here. But what I wanted to talk to you about, obviously, you're a hard-nosed player. You had a great career and all that. But if people have not had a chance to see your defense this year, and I know that coaches made that a big emphasis, what is the difference, man? Because you guys are absolutely killing it on defense.
Well, I'd say we're probably one of the most physical teams in Kentucky, and our thing is we got to get 11 hats to the ball, and we really execute that well every time. I feel like most games, and we try to put the hurt on people.
Yeah. Well, and you've definitely been able to do that. I mean, even going way over to Lawrence County, that was quite a trip going over there. And they, they're one of the top teams in their districts and all that. You guys have played a pretty tough schedule. So narrowing it out, finishing out the regular season, how has that propelled you guys to be prepared for the playoffs?
Well, I feel like some of these teams ain't really played as good as the schedule as us, like obviously. And that's just prepared us for what we're going to be seeing in the playoffs. So I think our schedule is one of the big reasons that I'm feeling we're going to be pretty successful.
Well, you had a pretty good start to the season last year. Had a big win early, and then kind of went through a little growth spurt there. Coach Nelson been with you 2 years now. What did you guys learn from last year that you carried over to this year, and what's it like kind of having a coach now that's dug his foot in, and you guys have bought into what he's teaching you?
Oh, he's absolutely awesome. I love Coach Nelson. He knows what he's doing. He's pretty smart. He's kind of crazy, honestly. he's crazy about the game, is what I mean. And yeah, he knows what he's doing, I feel like, and he gets us prepared every week, and he gets us all encouraged. And yeah, he's awesome.
Well, I mean, you could imagine it, Cooper. Though, think about it. You bleed, North Blue. And imagine if you got to come back in 10 years and coach the team that you're on right now. What would that mean to you? And, and I think when you have coaches that are able to do that, I mean, it means more to him. It's not just a job to Steve Nelson.
Yeah, that's most of our staff, honestly.
Yeah.
Is people that have went to North.
Yeah.
And I think it just means that much more.
Yeah. Oh, man, Coach is on tonight, giving you a little love, man. That's right. He says he's not the only crazy guy. Is that true? Well, listen, man, I appreciate you joining us tonight. I just wanted to give you some love, man. You were with us last year, and I'm just proud of you. And you're having a great year. We wish you guys the best of luck in the playoffs. And, you got a little bit of a chip on y'all's shoulder, and we pray that the Lord keeps everybody healthy and you go as far as you can.
Sir, thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you much, Coop. Appreciate it. That's Cooper Robinson from North Laurel. And, man, what a year he's having. And just a great athlete, offense, defense. And now I want to bring on another athlete. I want to talk about this guy a little bit here before he comes on here. Number one, I called him today. He didn't know he's going to be on the show till today, and he's busy, and I appreciate him taking the time to be with us on the show. He don't know me from Adam. I don't know if he's even watched the show. Maybe he has, maybe he hadn't. But when we get a chance to interview somebody from Bell County, that's a big deal. Bell County's 9-0. They're having a great season. And I'm going to bring him on right now, Mr. Caleb Miller. How you doing, Caleb? We're glad to have you on the show, buddy.
Yes, sir. I'm doing good. How about you?
Yeah, well, I hope I didn't mess your plans up too bad having you come be with us tonight.
No, you're good. I just got home, so I think everything worked out.
Okay, well, just to let everybody know, because if you're from the other side of the region, a lot of people don't realize, over 1,300 yards. Because I don't have the stats added from Friday. I don't know how many you had Friday. 20 plus touchdowns. I mean, you just killing it all over the field. Definitely a very strong candidate for the 13th Region Player of the Year. Caleb, you are killing it this year, son. What in the world has been the key to you just going to you already had a great year last year, to go to that next level?
Really, it's just the good Lord. The good Lord's really carried me throughout everything. I've dealt with a lot of problems, but the good Lord's really just took care of me, and having a good coaching staff and good people around me, it just makes my life easier. So I say, the good Lord and the people I'm around is definitely the big part of that. And I couldn't ask for anybody else to be around. And I'm just blessed to be where I'm at right now, to be honest.
Man, that's great. Think about the culture there at Bell County. Did you grow up in the Bell County system? Tell everybody a little bit about where you came from.
Yeah, so I grew up in Bell County. I've always been, just a Bell County kid. And I went to middle school at Bell Central, a very great middle school. And so I always, I was just right across the road. So I got to see, how it was. And I would always go to football games, and I'd be back there on the track throwing football during the games when I was a little kid and stuff. But I always grew up around Bell County, and it just means a lot to me to go out there and actually play for them and do good for them.
Well, I mean, and I'm bragging on you. You're not bragging on yourself. So I can do that, right? Because I know you're a very humble kid. Everybody's telling me that. Mr. Brock speaks so highly of you. Jeff Brock, he's a great friend of mine.
Yes, sir.
And did you ever dream that you would have the career, that you had? I mean, are you living out your dreams, man?
Yeah, yeah. So far, I can say I'm living out my dreams. I really always loved football. I've been playing it since I was just a little kid. My first ever coach was PJ Burnett, and growing up, this whole team that we have right now, we've all grown up together like since we was like little kids. So it's definitely I'm definitely living out the dream so far. I love football to death, so it just feels amazing to me to go out there and be able to play for such a great school, such great people, and it just means the world to me, to be honest.
So let's talk about people that you looked up to coming up grade school, middle school. Who were the Bobcats back then that you was like, dude, I want to be that guy?
Yeah. So actually, I mean, when I was a kid, I'd always watch Bell County football, and there was a lot of people that I just saw, and they would just like go crazy. And I think the main team that really took me away was the 2019 team.
Mm.
They had London Stephanie at the quarterback, and I really liked watching him play. He was like a great athlete, and I mean, he was just an awesome athlete. So to be honest, I mean, probably 2019 team. I looked up to London quite a bit. He had a good game style, and being a sophomore as well, with a great senior class with Daniel Thomas and all that. That was a big part of it. Daniel was always kind of like a big brother to me. So I mean, that's just how it was, and I looked up to him, and he helped me a lot. So that's all I can say about that.
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, and to think of the realization, I just had Cooper on, and the same with you is there's little kids running around that field. They want to be like you, man. I mean, do you realize the burden of being a Bobcat and thinking about those little kids want to be like Caleb Miller?
Yeah, I always try to like, show love to like the little kids and stuff like that, especially seeing them in the back of the end zone when I'm scoring. I always try to acknowledge them, and like when I'm running out the tunnel and stuff and all that, they love, holding their hands out for high fives, and I always try to not miss them, because I used to be that same kid, looking
That's
up to
it.
everybody, being out there. So I try not to miss them on the way out and stuff. So yeah.
So what's in the future for you, Caleb? You decided what you're going to do next year?
Yeah, so next year, I really want to go play college football. And I've been blessed enough to be able to have opportunities to go play college football. So I'm really going to take it from there. And from there, I really like to be a KSP. So that's something that I'm really interested in, and just got to see where the good Lord takes me from there.
Yeah, well, that is awesome, and that's one reason why we wanted to give you guys some love, Cooper, as well, because Cooper's having a great year, and you, and just to get you more exposure, to see the stats. The stats don't lie, and let's just be honest, Caleb. I mean, I know what a competitor. I've watched you play. I've watched you drag people down the field, and just your mentality. Anything less than at least making it to the state championship this year, that'll be a disappointment to you, won't it?
Yeah, it will be.
I mean, you think about that, that's crazy. There's some people that would just be tickled to death just to make the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
But the opportunity that you have, what's going to happen in the next few weeks for you guys to keep rolling?
Well, really, we worry about playoffs and stuff. Like, we talk about it. Everybody talks about it. They're asking us, where we're going to be at second round, third round. They're talking about state already. And that's all, good to keep in mind. But really, we just got to focus, 1 week at a time, one game at a time. So, I mean, to be honest, we're just really focused on Pulaski right now heading into this new week. And we just got to keep like good, mindset going in, and we just got to, make sure everybody's, lifted up right. If we have any, injuries and stuff, we got to make sure we're healthy, and just keep everybody, uplifted. And that's just going to play a big part in making a run for playoffs.
Yeah, Jamie Ross giving you some love. Proud of you, 22, cheering you and the Bobcats on always, man. We appreciate Jamie leaving that comment. And listen, obviously, me being a pastor, hearing you talk about giving, glory to God for what he's given you and where he wants you. Just want you to know that I'll be praying for you, man. We wish you the best of luck, Caleb. We're hoping Bell County can go all the way. We'll be covering you guys all the way. If there's ever anything in the world I can do for you or us here at the 13th Region Media Network, we're fans, and we're here to promote you guys. And thank you, man, last minute coming to be with you tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on here, man.
All right. Have a great night, okay? All right, that was Caleb Miller, star back. What two great athletes to have on here. Cooper Robinson and not only him, but Caleb Miller, two stars here in the 13th region. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, make sure you're here. Grab you some popcorn, whatever you need to do. We've got one of the best guys around, Mike Black, longtime friend. He's the assigning secretary for football officials in the 13th region. If you want to know, why does this white hat always come to play here? I just want to give him a chance to explain. And you might be interested in getting involved in officiating because you notice some of these guys are getting up there in years. And we need a new crop of officials. If you're going to always complain about officiating, why don't you become one? How do you do that? When we come back here on Martin Peterbilt's presentation of In the Huddle here on the L4 Security Network, we will talk to Mike Black and find out what needs to be done. No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste: pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer or for the first time, we'd love to welcome you to Gondolier's Italian Restaurant, off exit 41 in London.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some unexpected. That's why you need protection for your home, your car, and your family's future. I'm Agent Jimmy Storm, your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, and I'll help you find personalized coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Call me today at 606-528-2030 for a free quote and a peace of mind.
If you have a building project, please consider the good folks at Aikens Construction and Excavating. Their company's history is rooted in a family legacy passed down from generation to generation. They have over 50 years of home building experience. They will build any size house. They've built commercial jobs such as banks, gas stations, and restaurants. And more importantly, they'll take care of the whole process. You won't have to worry about it. Call Jordan Aikens today, 606-215-7531. Proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
Restyle's Consignment Store now open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., 506 4th Street, Corbin. We take gently used, nearly new items on consignment, and we take donations. Shop for housewares, clothing, shoes, baby items, and more. We even have things for the guys. Restyle's Consignment Store. We do the work while you make a profit.
Are you ready to turn your real estate dreams into a reality? If so, call my good friend Sean Disney with USA Realty. Over 27 years of banking experience in commercial and real estate lending and 4 years experience as a multi-million-dollar producing agent. He's honest, professional, and committed to the success for you and your family. Call Sean today at 606-620-8350. He's ready and waiting to make your real estate dreams come true.
This is Donovan Storm here, the manager at the Kentucky Farm Bureau office of South Laurel Agency here on West Cumberland Gap Parkway in Corbin. My office offers a full line of insurance products to protect your family and your business needs. We offer home, auto, life, health, workers' compensation, and business insurance. I have a friendly staff that's ready to assist you. Give us a call at 528-2030. Again, my staff is located at 1456 West Cumberland Gap Parkway, Corbin, Kentucky.
Let me introduce you to pharmacist Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy. Heritage Pharmacy is an independently owned pharmacy located within the Dayspring Regional Health Center at Cumberland Regional Mall. They offer prescription refills, consultation, OTC medications, immunizations, and have a convenient drive-through. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call them today, 606-560-6580. That's Heritage Pharmacy in the Cumberland Regional Mall in Williamsburg.
We blaze trails where others won't, refusing to settle for the status quo. We hunger for something more. We will stop at nothing to achieve it. Riding across great plains, over mountain passes, and through the heart of America to see more, feel more, be more. This is our American dream. Ride with us.
Laurel County Sheriff John Root would like to wish all the student athletes of the 13th Region a very happy, successful, and injury-free season. He'd also like to invite you to come see the brand new state-of-the-art Sheriff's Office located at 1380 Kentucky 192 East in Laurel County. From all the staff serving Laurel County, we thank you for being proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network. When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about you, more about your world, and more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get from Corbin insurance agent Zach Davison. He's my insurance agent, and he's an agent that doesn't just know about Corbin, but he lives here, and he wants to protect life here. Contact Zach today. It's located on Cumberland Falls Highway in Corbin, Kentucky. You're in good hands with Allstate. And we are back here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network, presented by Martin's Peterbilt. So honored to have my good friend, Mr. Mike Black, with us tonight. He's no stranger to the 13th Region, was a principal at North Laurel, just retired recently in the year, and officiated all over, and has been the assigning secretary now for several years. Mike Black, it's an honor to have you on the show with us tonight.
Thank you. It's an honor to be on the show, Ronnie. I appreciate it.
Well, appreciate you. And you and I had an opportunity a week ago to do something we never done before, and that was the good folks down there at Horse Creek Baptist Church. Y'all treated me real well. I got to come preach in your revival.
That's
really
right.
like your pastor. Lord's been good to y'all down there.
Amen. Yes. Scott's a great guy, and we were just joyed to have you there and your church with us. It was a great time.
Yeah, that was fun, man. And I just thought about you, and I talked to Les Dixon. I said, Les, I really want to have Mike on just because, for several reasons, and just so many misnomers. People don't understand about the officiating and all the different things. Why don't you just kind of take a minute and explain to people kind of even the process, the association, all those things, because, I think it'll help people understand a lot better.
Well, I'll first off put a plug in, and you mentioned it earlier. I've been doing this for 35 years, been in the officiating business. So we do need younger officials. I started officiating when I graduated high school, umpiring baseball at the old Greer Field in London, and started officiating intramural basketball at UK, and it just got in my blood, and it's been that way ever since. And so we need some new officials. We need more officials, and I took a step back for a while to watch my kids play and watch from the stands for several years. And I told my wife, I joked, I said, I thought I was pretty good on the court and the field, but sitting up here, I've never missed a call. And I think that's how fans are. But the process kind of is, you just get registered with KHSAA. They have a great initiative they started several years ago as well, and I'll plug that. It's the junior official program for students age 14 to 17. And so they can get started and start getting that training earlier. Obviously, they're not going to work varsity games, but they can start working middle school and JV, and it's a great training resource. But get registered with KHSA. You take an online exam once you get registered and pass that, and then the next step is to join a local association. We service here in the 13th region from Jackson County to Harlan County and everything in between, 14 schools. And I've also covered the officials in football for Rockcastle County the last 2 years. So it's a large territory to cover. Of course, there's 3 schools in our region that don't play football, but we cover the other 14. So I think a couple of weeks ago, Ronnie, I had 9 varsity games.
Wow.
And with football, you worked football for me for a few years. You have 5 officials, and we would like to use 7. We went to using 7. If right now I have each Friday night I have about 45 officials that are eligible to work varsity football. Now, obviously, once you get registered, we're not going to throw you into the Corbin North Laurel game on Friday night, the second week of August. Second weekend of the season, but we do a lot of training I don't assign the middle school games. I wanted to point that out real quick. That's kind of a misnomer. I'll get calls or texts and about officials in middle school games. I don't assign the middle school games. I've actually worked more in the last couple of years just due to the shortage of officials. So we try to get the younger, or I don't even want to say younger, I want to say inexperienced. If you're 40 years old and you love football and you know the game and you didn't ever know how to get started, we can get you started. I took a phone call about 3 weeks ago from a young man who graduated from North when I was a principal there, about probably, time gets away from me, but 12 to 15 years ago. And he's interested in officiating. So I'm going to get him started next year. So females, I don't know if you watch the NFL, keeping an eye on the Steelers game here. I want to throw that in there for Les Dixon, even though the Bengals beat us there a couple weeks ago. Keeping an eye on that. But you'll see females in the NFL and also working college football in the Big Ten and SEC. So if there's females out there who love football and want to get involved in officiating, we'd love to have female officials as well. So, that's kind of the training ground. We'll train them in middle school and in JV. And we as an association, we meet 6 times a year. We usually start meeting at the end of June or 1st of July, review a lot of video, study rules. Probably one of the biggest tools that we have as an officials association, a HUDDLE account. So schools will send their game film to us on Saturday, and that is the best tool that we have for officials to review because it's all about getting better. In high school athletics, we're still probably the only group that it's an amateur sport. To me, college has moved to it's minor leagues because of the pay and NIL and all that. But in high school, we don't have the luxury of replay. We can't wave our finger and go review a call or anything like that. So the human element is still there, and things happen so fast. It's easy to slow the video down after the fact and say, well, they probably missed that. But we don't have the luxury of looking at that. We got to make the call on the spot. So we do a lot of video review and just always looking to get better each and every week.
Well, I think that's just you've been able to explain, so much because, I try to correct people all the time. They think the schools get their own officials and,
right.
All those different things. Can you talk a little bit, as much as you want to, about how do you rate your officials?
Well, in the beginning of the year, in football, everything is by crews. Right now, I have 7 full-time crews, and I have some pool officials that I can put together 2 more crews. And that's if people are not closed or blocked for a Friday night or whatever. But in the beginning of the season, each coach gets a list of the officials and crews, and they can do a preseason ranking. Now, I preface that by saying just because you rate a crew number one doesn't mean you're going to get them all the time. In our region, where a lot of the teams play each other, my goal is, that if you have 5 home games, that at most you're going to have a crew 2 times. Now, that's not always possible. A lot of the crews I have conflicts of interest. They may work at a particular school. They may have a spouse that works in that particular school. And it may be based on travel. If you live in London, you're probably not going to officiate long if I send you to Harlan County every Friday night. But they do make that trip a couple of times a year or whatever. So I use that preseason ranking, and then it's as far as the end of the year ranking, that's based on my evaluations, being there in person evaluating, reviewing film. Like I said, this will be my 11th year as the assigner, and I tried to look back on records, but I want to think this is the 7th year that we've had a HUDDLE account. So before, if I didn't get out to a game on Friday night, I didn't really have an opportunity to see the crew to work, and I couldn't evaluate. But now, if the schools will send me their film, I'll put a plug in there. So sometimes, occasionally, they don't, they forget. I'm able to at least evaluate some part of the game of every crew from Friday night.
And it's not uncommon where if you see something you need to talk to official about, you have a conversation with them, hey, we need to do better. There's accountability. The big thing is there's accountability. And some people don't realize your position, you are the accountability for your region official.
And there is, each week I'll put together a list of plays and I'll share it with the whole group. What my guys are really good about is it's not personal, it's professional. We're trying to get better. If I kick a call on Friday night, I want everybody to learn, maybe it was a positioning issue, maybe we misapplied a rule, so it doesn't happen the next week. So we look at plays every week, the good and the bad. And I'll have some coaches that will send some plays in and say, hey, Mike, just give me a clarification. Well, and I'll share that with the officials. I said, hey, the coach, explain to the coach what you saw, and I'll take what they said and I'll send it back to the coach. And got a great group of coaches and athletic directors in this region. When I talk to other assigning secretaries from across the state, we'll have meetings 2 or 3 times a year. They've always got a problem with this. We've got a great group of coaches. They understand that we're working to get better every day. And that was my goal when I started. I didn't go in wanting to be the assigning secretary. I'd been out of the game for 2 or 3 years based on my job and my kids. And I got a call that, hey, we think you can help this association. And, our goal is, number one, we're going to be professional from the minute that we're representing the Southeastern Kentucky Football Officials Association to the minute we leave. And we're going to try to be really good at communicators. And in between, we're going to get better at officiating.
Oh, and I think people can see that, and obviously if you're out there listening tonight and you've thought about being an official, at least come try it out. This is Mr. Mike Black. He is the assigning secretary. That's what they call him. You have one for volleyball. You have one for basketball, baseball. All the sports have their own assigning secretary. You join the association, Cumberland Valley Association of Officials.
Southeastern Kentucky is the football.
I'm sorry, Southeast Kentucky. That's right.
Basketball's Cumberland Valley. I don't know why they have 2 different names, but that
is true. That is true. But you join the association, you go to training every year, you have the accountability and all that. So the first step would be get on the KHS website and register. You have to take a test. They'll send you the rule books. You have to pass that test. Believe it or not, there's some of you think people don't know what they're doing, but you have to that test. There's some trick questions on there, Mike. I mean, let's be honest. It's not easy.
No, the rules, and that's the biggest thing that, you'll be the same way if you're at a game. People will say, well, they'll apply the NCAA rule or the NFL rule. And I'm like, no, Friday night's still a little different. That's a Saturday rule and things like that. So yeah, there's some differences between the NFHS and NCAA rules and the NFL rules.
Yeah. So I think it would be great. And again, it's such a vital part of the game. I hate to address it, but I think that it's important that we always talk about, I know as a PA announcer locally for Corbin that we do the sportsmanship creed. And unfortunately, there are some parents that just make it harder for other people. And with social media and all the different things and everybody having their video cameras out and all that, we've seen across the country some crazy things that have happened. But to, knock on wood, we've had some great success with these leaders in the 13th region and all that. And basically, Mike, just even in these 11 years, how has it changed from the way it was in 2015 to the way it is now?
Well, and I think you touched on it a little bit, Ronnie, and it's just how society has changed as well. But everything is so magnified and with media. So now you're scrutinized over and over based on social media. And the number one reason, and there's been a shortage in officials, not only in Kentucky, but nationwide over the last 6 to 8 years. Football has kind of leveled off this year in Kentucky, but the number one reason people are getting out is because of abuse from fans.
Yeah.
And I had a gentleman tell me that, and I'm as competitive as they come. I want to win. I want to be the best in everything, but we've kind of lost the perspective with high school sports. Not to hurt any feelings, but there are not going to be a lot of professional athletes. I mean, the percentages are really low. Kids are going to go in to play Division I. And I think the perspective is lost in that these are, memories that you'll look upon playing football, basketball, baseball, softball from years to come, but it's not the end all to be all, So I think we kind of lost that perspective, but that's the number one reason of shortage of officials is abuse of fans. People think because I paid my $5 or $7, whatever it is now, I can yell. And a guy told me once, he said, when you were the principal at North Laurel, were you going to let somebody come into your office and yell at you? I said, no, not for long. I was going to ask him to leave. So it's that old mentality that we can yell at officials and they should be able to take it. And we should, when I was coming up through the ranks, I had a lot of great mentors and teachers, and you had to have thick skin, and you do have to. I still am crazy enough to go referee elementary and middle school basketball and do high school basketball, and because I love it. And people are like, oh, they're complaining or yelling, and I'm like, I kind of block that out, and you have to have that mentality as an official. But I think the biggest thing that I could pass along to fans is just because you pay to get in that gate doesn't mean that you can disagree with the call. We're all going to do that. Listen, when my kids played, I had to sit on my hands and bite my tongue. I did. But the abuse is got to stop, or high school sports, I fear in the future is, we may not have it anymore.
Well, we had and I'm not going to mention the school just because I don't want anybody to think I'm talking. It's a school dear to my heart. They had to shut down their elementary league a couple of years ago just because of the way the fans acted. And people need to understand, if it gets to the point we don't have officials for these games, these kids aren't going to get to play. That's the bottom line, to keep the order and to do all that. Here's what I love about football. I was 5 sports for many years, and this is my plug for football for anybody to be an official. Number one, most of the time you're on a crew. You're with that same crew most of the year. And sometimes you might have to be divided up. Friday, a lot of times, if we could get off work, we'd go play around and golf together. We'd go eat together, hang out together, travel together. In basketball, you never know who your other 2 partners are going to be. In baseball and softball and volleyball, you always have a different partner. You don't travel in pairs. But football, there's a chance to build a bond and build the relationships. And if you're I think of Henry Hayes, you're an old quarterback, played at Laurel County back in the day. You still love the game. Maybe you were an O lineman. Maybe you were a safety. Maybe you never got in the game, but you miss being in the game. There's nothing like I had a chance, Mike, the first game when Harlan County opened up their field. Wayne Mills was coaching Bell County. I was a side judge on Wayne's side there. And when they start playing that deep, dark hills of
You'll never leave Harlan alive.
You'll never leave Harlan alive. And here we are on turf. It's on WYMT. I mean, literally, I had cold chills.
Well, I tell people that when you wake up in the fall, from about August on Friday mornings, it just smells different.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're right, the camaraderie with those guys. And you mentioned Henry. Henry and I, we used to go all over the southeastern part of the United States on Saturdays doing NAIA football. Went everywhere. And that camaraderie and those guys that I worked with, and I can remember today the guys that I worked with back then, they're my age now, and I was the young pup on the crew, and we went everywhere. It was great.
Yeah. So I would just encourage people, get involved. I mean, it's just a great opportunity, to help you get in a little bit of shape too, and do different things and help out the community. I heard that Sir Edmund Burke say this years ago, and it's always been something that meant a lot to me in my mind. He said, all it takes for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing. And it's just kind of like, if you're going to complain about who the president is and you don't even vote, you don't have a right to do that. If you're the best thing for any high school or middle school coach is make them be an official for a year.
Right. Yeah.
And then they'll understand what the officials have to go through.
Yeah.
If you're going to be one of those that are sitting around complaining about the officiating, why don't you get that hat and get that whistle, take that test, join the league, and go out there and see if you can do better? And maybe they can.
I hope they can. Nothing more than, just getting this information out. I would love to have 10 new officials next year that, we can train up, and in 10 years, they'll be as good as anybody I've got.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing, let's talk about the postseason. There's an opportunity because there's 16 regions. Officials have an opportunity to go to the next level for the playoffs and even into the state tournaments. Talk to them about that, and then we'll wrap.
And football's a little different than other sports. Once this Friday will be the last game of the regular season, and when the playoffs come around, you don't work in the region that you worked in the regular season. So that's a little different than any other sport. So at the end of the year, rankings are all based on my evaluations, because I'm going to be sending guys the first round. Typically, our association will get 6 to 7 first-round games. So we may be going to Campbellsville. We may be going to Boyle County. We may be going to Lexington Catholic. And that's a chance, it's based on your evaluation, your performance during the season. So, and I always feel like, I think I looked the last time I checked, in my 10 years, not counting this year, I've sent 18 different officials to the state finals.
Wow.
So 18 guys that you'll come across on Friday night, and even more who went prior to me being the assigner, have worked a state championship. And that's built depth in our association, in our officials rank. But then they're evaluated from round 1, and typically in round 2, depending on geography, has a lot to do with it too. I'll typically get 3 second-round games. So my top 3 crews. And we'll work those 7-man. So your crew may not be in the top 3, but there's an opportunity for 6 other guys to get to go and to work as well. Last year in the 3rd round, which is the regional championship, we were fortunate enough to have 2 games. And then we didn't have a semifinal round 4. We sent 2 officials to the state championship last year. So the last several years, our association, I sent 3 last year. I'm correct myself, and that's the most we've ever sent. The last few years we got to send 2, so we're really proud of that. And a lot of that has to do with KHSA looking at, hey, they work a lot of 7-man games, and and I try to do that. That's what I say. If I had about 55 officials, I could work every game every Friday night 7-man, and it's going to cost the schools a little bit more money, but it's kind of like when we went from basketball from 2 officials to 3.
Yes.
You just get better coverage on the game.
Can you imagine going back to 2 officials in basketball?
No, my knees couldn't handle it.
Oh, Mike Black with us here, the signing secretary of 13th Region. Mike, thanks for being with us tonight. I appreciate you. I thought it was important. I'm glad we did this. And again, the object is to give knowledge is power. Give people knowledge about why we do what we do and how it happens. It's not just sporadic, but there is a process, and it's a pretty darn good process.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you having me on, and I've thoroughly enjoyed being on here and just talking football and officiating, because I could talk that all day and all night.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Mike. We appreciate you. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you, Ronnie.
All right. That was Mike Black, the signing secretary of the 13th region. You're right, Ethan Everso. He's one of the best. And Joe Clay gave him some love on there, called him the legend. Joe Clay did. So he is great. And we just had a great show tonight. And we want to go into our awards part of the show to see who won the weekly awards. But I'm telling you, if you're interested in being official, this is a great opportunity for you to do it in all 5 sports. So with basketball, and then they need it for other things like soccer and different things. I did baseball, basketball, volleyball, softball, and football for many years, did all 5 sports. And you notice you'll see some of the same officials doing different sports. So we encourage you to do that when you have the opportunity. Our Week 10 awards here on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network. First off, the quarterback of the week, brought to you by Scott Lisenby, attorney at law. From Williamsburg, Reese Hatcher, threw for over 300 yards. The running back of the week, brought to you by Dixon Law Office. From North Laurel, Cooper Robinson had a big game against crosstown rival South and a big victory, 21-3. The defensive player of the week, brought to you by Scott Lisenby, attorney at law from Harlan, is Reese Sutton from North Laurel. Came up big on defense for the Jaguars. The wide receiver of the week, brought to you by attorney at law Scott Lisenby from Harlan, is Zach Thomas from Corbin with 2 40-plus yard touchdown receptions. And the football player of the week, brought to you by Dixon Law Office, is Reese Hatcher from Williamsburg. Threw for 5 touchdowns and over 300 yards in their big win Friday night. Now let's take a look at the top 5 players of the week, brought to you by Sheriff John Root. From Williamsburg, Reese Hatcher. From Harlan County, Braden Morris. From North Laurel, Reese Sutton and Cooper Robinson. And from Corbin, Zach Thomas. Take a look at your Week 10 Top 10, brought to you by Beard and Blevins, attorney at law. Coming in at number 10 is Lynn Camp. Number 9, Pineville. Number 8, Knox Central. Number 7, Williamsburg. Number 6, Harlan County. And number 5, South Laurel. Number 4, Middlesboro. Number 3, North Laurel. Number 2, Corbin. And number 1, Bell County. Now let's take a look at your Player of the Year watch list, brought to you by the good folks at Heron Family Dentistry. No doubt in the world we live in today, security is our number one priority. Let me tell you about the good folks at L4 Security Group. They offer surveillance, hiring solutions, risk management, guards, mobile patrol, and much more. Buddy Blair and John Blanton have over 60 years experience in the industry and protect over 12 states. Make sure you check out their new location at 116 Shiloh Drive in London, Kentucky. Thank you, L4 Security Group, for your sponsorship of the 13th Region Media Network.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over
Gondolier's Italian Restaurant and Pizza had been around since 2009. They're locally owned and operated and enjoy sharing their made-from-scratch Italian favorites, such as oven-fresh pizza and the sweetest desserts in the London and surrounding community. They use fresh ingredients and offer something for everyone's taste. Pizza, pasta, burgers, wings, sandwiches, and lots more. And don't forget those made-from-scratch cakes. Whether you're a beloved customer or for the first time, we'd love to welcome you to Gondolier's Italian Restaurant, off exit 41 in London.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some unexpected. That's why you need protection for your home, your car, and your family's future. I'm Agent Jimmy Storm, your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, and I'll help you find personalized coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Call me today at 606-528-2030 for a free quote and a peace of mind.
If you have a building project, please consider the good folks at Aikens Construction and Excavating. Their company's history is rooted in a family legacy passed down from generation to generation. They have over 50 years of home building experience. They will build any size house. They've built commercial jobs such as banks, gas stations, and restaurants. And more importantly, they'll take care of the whole process. You won't have to worry about it. Call Jordan Aikens today, 606-215-7531. Proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network.
Restyle's Consignment Store now open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m., 506 4th Street, Corbin. We take gently used, nearly new items on consignment, and we take donations. Shop for housewares, clothing, shoes, baby items, and more. We even have things for the guys. Restyle's Consignment Store. We do the work while you make a profit.
Are you ready to turn your real estate dreams into a reality? If so, call my good friend Sean Disney with USA Realty. Over 27 years of banking experience in commercial and real estate lending and 4 years experience as a multi-million-dollar producing agent. He's honest, professional, and committed to the success for you and your family. Call Sean today at 606-620-8350. He's ready and waiting to make your real estate dreams come true.
This is Donovan Storm here, the manager at the Kentucky Farm Bureau office, the South Laurel Agency here on West Cumberland Parkway in Corbin. My office offers a full line of insurance products to protect your family and your business needs. We offer home, auto, life, health, workers' compensation, and business insurance. I have a friendly staff that's ready to assist you. Give us a call at 528-2030. Again, my staff is located at 1456 West Cumberland Parkway, Corbin, Kentucky.
Let me introduce you to pharmacist Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy. Heritage Pharmacy is an independently owned pharmacy located within the Dayspring Regional Health Center at Cumberland Regional Mall. They offer prescription refills, consultation, OTC medications, immunizations, and have a convenient drive-through. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Call them today, 606-560-6580. That's Heritage Pharmacy in the Cumberland Regional Mall in Williamsburg.
We blaze trails where others won't, refusing to settle for the status quo. We hunger for something more. We will stop at nothing to achieve it. Riding across great plains, over mountain passes, and through the heart of America to see more, feel more, be more. This is our American dream. Ride with us.
Laurel County Sheriff John Root would like to wish all the student athletes of the 13th Region a very happy, successful, and injury-free season. He'd also like to invite you to come see the brand new state-of-the-art Sheriff's Office located at 1380 Kentucky 192 East in Laurel County. From all the staff serving Laurel County, we thank you for being proud sponsors of the 13th Region Media Network. When it comes to protecting what you love, you want an insurance agent that cares more about you, more about your world, and more about what you need. And that's exactly what you'll get from Corbin insurance agent Zach Davison. He's my insurance agent, and he's an agent that doesn't just know about Corbin, but he lives here, and he wants to protect life here. Contact Zach today. It's located on Cumberland Falls Highway in Corbin, Kentucky. You're in good hands with Allstate. We hope you've enjoyed In the Huddle, presented by Martin's Peterbilt of London, Kentucky. Sponsored by your Laurel County Farm Bureau agents Donovan and Jimmy Storm. Reese Styles Consignment Shop in Corbin, Kentucky. Also, Sierra Swords and the good folks at Heritage Pharmacy in Williamsburg. Wildcat Harley Davidson in London, Kentucky. Allstate agent Zach Davison in Corbin, Kentucky. The L4 Security Network from London, Kentucky. All here on In the Huddle on the L4 Security 13th Region Media Network.